And we are live. Hello everyone, this is the Void Executive and welcome to the stream. How has this Monday been? I hope it has been pretty chill for you guys. So, today it's a big day for the month-long project that we have been doing. We'll go back into making masks for the main god. We are doing the 8th and final mask to add with all of the other ones that we have made so far. We'll go back to the roots of the very first streams of this channel. So today we'll start with doing the design. It will probably last the entirety of the stream, and then with the others we'll do what we did with all the rest. So we'll place it more in position with the head of the main god, do the high detail version, create the supplicant version of it, and then go back to what's remaining for this project over here. So let me show you. I've been doing some research. Let me show you right away. So I already did some collection of references, and the mask in question is called the Lord of the Feast. These mechanics are setting up a powerful aggressive human empire via unique Fey Blood mechanics that grant them unique challenges and actions to give them a leg up on the competition. However, this empire is not inherently enshadowed, possibly becoming your own worst enemy. And this is a god that can never be truly satisfied. Every conquest must be followed by another greater one. Every feast must be made larger the next year, and so on. So the base idea is to have some sort of king or monarch that always wants to do war and be very opulent about it. I've talked about it with the creator, which is Parthash, because the base idea of the design that we had in mind had too many similarities with two gods in particular, mainly the Patriarch of the Sun and the Reaper of the Equinox. So I made a collection of these references in hope to create a design that makes him stand out among the rest, or at least make it as different in design as the others. So I would say we can already start creating the design itself. Let's go back to Photoshop. There you go. And I haven't opened this particular file in a few months. This is the file we used for creating the first designs for the different masks. These are the very first sketches that we made, and today we are going to do just that for this one in particular. I've already created the appropriate folder. Now let me just paste the references and some of the reference pictures. There we go. So there we go. So as we did with all of the others in the past, we'll do a very rough sketch first to establish the shapes, and then do another sketch on top to be more detailed, and lastly we'll add the colors, even though we don't have to be much detailed because this one will be a sketch. There we go. So the idea I had was to have some sort of king which is missing its face, like with only the jaw visible, as if it's a gaping maw that wants to feast all the time, and have like a crown or something. Maybe have some geometric shapes as well. As for the colors, I was thinking of going like for a light color, like a pale purple or something. We have another one that's kinda purplish, but not really, which is this one. This is mostly red, so we'll go for a lighter one and see how well it may look like. Let's turn off the symmetry. Let's get the colors all right. And then we can simply start. So let me do something so I can... Let me message the creator in case he wants to check the progress. One moment. Let me double check if everything is working as intended. Should be. Okay. Like with the others, this sketch will be... Is the chat working? Yes. I can see your message now. Hello and welcome to the stream. Are you having currently some problems with chat? Some people had some issues, I don't know exactly why, but right now I can read your message. And once again, welcome. Okay, so first let me do something about the size. Yeah, I think something like this is okay. I will try to make it not too big because it will have different decorations. Okay. So, okay, let me think this through. Well, first, the jaw area. Let's try something like this, because we need to remember that this is still a mask we are talking about, so it has to be something that you should be able to wear or something like that. Okay. How has your day been? Mine has been pretty chill. I don't know you, but in these days I've been going out a lot and eating maybe a little bit too much. Oh, there we go. So this is the jaw area. Now how can I do it in an interesting way so it's as if it's a mask? Let's make it this the main face. And maybe here in the middle it can be something like an ornate, good quality mask. Or okay, yeah. Or maybe something like a skull, because I don't think I've made a skull version. Yeah. There we go. I hope you are able to send your messages. I am not seeing new messages in case you are sending them right now. Maybe let's try with something geometric. No, let's try... Okay, first I want to make sure that this one is the jaw. Okay, maybe something like this. And then maybe have... Yeah, let me try to remove the eyes once again. And then let me try to recreate... Hello! What's the best software to learn digital arts with a displayless tablet? I mean... there are... It depends if for me, it's more of a matter of how much you're willing to pay. For instance, I always learned with Photoshop, which is the program that I am currently using, and you can technically learn pretty much from any type of software. But if you're looking for beginner-friendly one, let me see, maybe one that's also free. There are a few. Let me find them. One is a Sketchbook. Another is Krita, Krita. Another is Clip Studio Paint. There's many different programs, but those, it's not that you can't learn faster or slower with one program specifically. It really doesn't make much difference. It's all a matter of maybe some changes in the tools and in the pricing, because the ones that I listed, I think they should be free to download, free to use without any payment. But of course there are some like Photoshop that need a monthly subscription, but they have some more features which may or may not be needed depending on what you want to do. I do it mostly out of habit. I like overall the program Photoshop. The displayless tablet, it's perfectly fine to have it. You can perfectly learn to draw with it, but any program works regardless if you have a tablet with the display or not. Yeah, no problem. Because all of them behave very similar to Photoshop. What I mean by that is that they have layers, so you can organize your workflow. They have masks, they have blending modes, they have the color wheel, so the basics for learning how to draw digitally, they are there without any issues. So I'm trying to make this one a pretty creepy one. Basically, I'm heavily using this one as inspiration, which is, this one is like a Christian relic. It's like the jaw of some saint. I want to keep this aesthetic, something also like this. But we also need to remind ourselves that we are trying to create a mask. So it has to be resembling a mask. Let's see how we can try to find a compromise between these two things. Maybe I could try... Ooh, okay. So it will be... Let me add glass base. So I will do another sketch on top of it, slightly colored, because that will be some sort of guidance. Because what the idea I have is to have the main part, like the black parts, like physical, and this part that I am sketching in blue will be the glass that's covering it. Maybe remove these ones over here. Okay. And then around it, we'll need to do... Oops. Something like so. Right now I am still doing a very approximate sketch. We can always change things later. Hello, welcome to the stream. We are designing the 8th and final mask for this project. Okay, and then now we need to add the elements to make it more like a royal figure. And could do that maybe by let's try with this one is more like a clown. Let me find a quick reference for some royal clothing. Royal clothing. Okay. I am saving a few extra images just in case. One and maybe this one. Okay. Let's start with the first one. Because this one is a mask, a god about conquest, so maybe some militaristic fashion could be also useful. Although we need to keep it as a floating face, as a floating mask. Okay, and then maybe let's add the crown. For that one, I think we can use some symmetry. Transform symmetry. And doing some random designs for the crown, or just seeing what it can be, and maybe do something like Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay. I want to decorate the area around it a bit more. I'm watching the references, which are these ones, but I have them on a separate screen. Maybe had some like fur or something like equivalent. Add some. Oh yeah. Okay. Like a royal wig. That's some like the old French royals. Yeah, I think that can work. Ooh. I think this works perfectly for the type of character that we are trying to obtain. I like it, I like it. And then now the face is the part that I want to address. Because watching the references, I'm unsure whether I should leave it like empty as is or have some sort of something that covers it, because if we watch the rest of the masks that we've done, they are always covering the entire face in one way or another. I think we need to find something similar. So or maybe it can be. Okay, yeah. Let's remove the symmetry. Let's delete this area. Right now, this one is pitch black. Instead, we could do something like have a very eerie mask and have like a flat metal plate on it, or maybe something decorated. Something like a sigil or something. Let me find just one more reference. Yeah. So basically, this area over here will be like a flat surface. So basically, if you place the head on the side, it should be seen like this. So this is the head, and then and then the teeth like this, with the crown and stuff. Of course, this will be much more visible when it will be placed in the right position. Right now we are doing only frontal view because we are now only deciding the overall design. Then after this stream is finished, we'll basically have the final design ready, and with the colors too. And we'll go into the next step, which is to do what we did, like let me see if I can. Okay, let me open this one real quick. So once we've made the design over here, we'll need to do the equivalent that we did for over here. So we'll place it in a specific position with much more detail and colors. We'll place it on the main body, just like we did with every other variant, and then we'll do the supplicant version, just like we did with all of these other ones. Okay. Maybe this plate, like this flat plate, could be decorated with something. Maybe with... because I don't want to do too many decorations, because we already had other types of masks with decorations, like this one with all of the decorations like that. So I want to try and find something different. It could be just plain rough metal, to be honest. So it would be something like... yeah, like very rough rusted metal. Maybe have everything else very gilded, very decorated, and this face very rough and grotesque. Yeah, I think that can work. Yeah, and then I think we need to add something else, which is different decorations around it. Because right now it's just this this head. Maybe add something over... maybe over something over here or over here. Maybe it could be... I'm not too sure. Maybe some like effigies or something. Or maybe some like, you know, those little angels, and yeah, those little angels that float around. So something like something like something like that. And then I don't know. Let me see if I can find some references just in case. Maybe holding something because since this is a mask related to war and endless conquest, we could make like these ones holding like elements of war. I don't know, it can be something that we'll need to develop further, but maybe something like that, and then do other two like to the side. It can become a bit complicated, but I guess we'll see. Then maybe something like something like that, and then I don't know. Yeah, like have these little angels statues. It reminds me kinda of if you ever played the game Blasphemous. It's a Metroidvania with a lot of inspiration from Spanish Christian iconography, and there are these little baby angels that you need to save. They are collectibles, and it kinda reminds me of those. Okay. I mean, I really like this basic sketch already, so let's try and do a new version with more detail and see where this one goes. And maybe apply some changes whenever possible. In the meantime, let me flip the canvas just in case. Okay. And now we go for the more detailed sketch. Maybe this time we add the symmetry too, at least for some areas. Then let's remove the symmetry, because now we are going to create something that's kinda asymmetric, to have this distorted, crooked jaw. Maybe have it on a different layer, just in case. Let's try creasing this area. Okay. And then here there we go. Now let's add the wig. Which just a small trivia about the type, the reason why people used these wigs in the 1700s. I think it was because there was I don't remember the name, but there was this this illness, this sickness, which made you lose your hair pretty soon. And so people, especially nobles, who didn't want to show that they had this this sickness, they put on a wig so they wouldn't show that they have lost their hair. Maybe... Oh, I think I can add something over here to make it interesting. Let me check something real quick. The size of the head is... Yeah, it's still very, very big. Let me lower it. And here we do something like... Let's change the symmetry. And here do something like... We change over here. Okay. And now the crown. Then of course, as soon as I finish this stream with the design and colors already done, I will post it to the creator of the idea of this god and get some feedback and see if we need to get some changes and whatnot. So far, with the others, when I sent my sketches, they gave me the okay right away, but we'll see. Of course, as I said, here we don't need to be extra precise, because that's something that will be done later once we make the more polished version. I need to sneeze 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. Here we had some just random decorations. Okay. And now I think I'll do like a slightly better version of the little angels. Let me grab my reference real quick. So, ooh, I think I found good reference for those. Nice, nice, okay. Symmetry off. Again, I won't do too much detail in this because it's only for concept reasons. So let's say this one will make it hold. I don't know, I'll decide it later. Let's see, over here can be something like okay, and have like bow and arrow. Maybe this one we can make it hold some sort of drape. With some sort of inscription on it. I don't know. Then over here. And then lastly over here. There we go. Something like this. Yeah, those are very approximate, but we'll work on them more in detail once we'll do the much more detailed version. Yeah, I think this design has been going pretty smoothly, I would say. I think we can already switch over to the colors. Yeah. Let's switch the image once again. Now I will keep the sketches as is. We'll remove the ones below. And now we simply go for the colors. As always, like we've always done, we select the area, add a generic flat color, and then from there we'll do different iterations. Hey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, basically give it like a horrid royal appearance. So the cherubim should have like items related to war, and then the appearance of the main head is one of those like royals from the 1700s, but with a monstrous appearance, similar to over here. I also like the helmet faceplate thing on the top with the open fleshy mouth. It reminds me of somewhat of those same. Yeah, it's exactly the references that I picked for this one. But instead, here, like, there is just the jaw, but since the god needs to be a mask, like I've done with everything else, so if I show you the rest that we've made... wait, let me first fill this one right now. Okay, so with the other ones, they all are masks that you theoretically could wear, right? Something that covers your face, because here it would cover the empty face of the god, of the body. And so here, instead of having it empty like this, it will have this area. So this one, so this area will be totally empty, but this area over here, this will be like a faceplate. I made a sketch earlier that showcased how it would look like when viewed from from the sides. Wait, I think I'll just redraw it real quick. So basically, if you viewed this head from the side, it would be something like this is the crown, this is the different hair. So there is like this straight plate, and then the jaw being like this. So yeah, something like this. It's kind of like if you have ever played Half-Life 2, you know the, wait, let me just post it, the stalkers that have this sort of face plate on top of, on their head. Let me see, something like this. So imagine like a plate like this, although instead of being curved, it's completely flat, which is this area over here. Because this way it will give the idea of something royal without being too golden, because it would be too similar to the Patriarch of the Sun, and not too knightly, because it would become too similar to the Reaper of the Equinox. Okay, the head. I made a mistake. Let me fix it. There we go. Okay. For the colors, I think I was thinking of mostly like violet or purple, but like very hint of purple into an overall white or clear colors. Because comparing with the others, if we go back over here, like we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 of them that have warm colors, so, and only 3 with the cold color. So I was thinking of making this one a cold color in order to balance things out. Also, there is no purely purple or violet god over here. I mean, there is this one, but it's not the main color overall. Have you considered putting oversized helmets on the cherubim? That can also be an idea. The cherubim, let me bring the main the main inspiration. Something like that I was thinking of. But yeah, I could also try and adding some, maybe like not in everyone, but maybe in a couple I could add some broken helmets or broken pieces of armor. Yeah, something like that. But the cherubim, these ones, I will be doing them in detail later when we'll draw the final version of this one. Now I will focus on the colors of this one over here, much like we did in the rest, where you can see that it's not as detailed as the final versions are. It's just to get a rough idea, and those are not necessarily the final designs. For example, if we make the comparison between this very first sketch and this one, you can see that there are some changes with some of the proportions and maybe even colors and things like that. That same process will happen with this one over here. So now we are doing this exploration. Got to go now. See you in the next company meeting. Thank you for coming. We'll see you on Wednesday. So yeah, this is for the design overall. Then there will, as we'll work on the final version, let's say, there will always be time to do some other changes wherever necessary. What's your lore interpretation of the big body the masks are wearing? Is it some dead god puppeteered by their fae? No, the idea was that the body is all of the masks combined. It's a matter of which one it wants to display at that precise moment. Think of it like an actor that's covering different roles, but each time he wears a different mask, he is interpreting a particular role in that specific time. So it's technically all of them, all of the masks, because let me show you. You probably have seen it already, but the final image that we made for the god, which is this one over here. So the body is the Fae court as a whole, and the mask is whatever Fae is currently maneuvering. Yeah, exactly. So in here it's basically yeah, the main god that contains every version, and whenever it's displaying one in particular, it will appear in front of the head. By the way, once we'll finish this one over here, it will be added in the shards of the final image here as well, so that every mask is at least mentioned in a piece of the puzzle. Okay, then there is the... Wait, which one is this one? Okay, it's the head. Yeah, fuck it, let's just color the entire head. Like so. And then this is the jaw color. Let me turn this one off temporarily. Kinda. Here we go. Okay. And now, let me just save, just in case. Now we'll decide the colors. Let me see if I can find a specific... I don't remember the name. I have a specific reference in mind. Let me see if I can find a higher resolution version. Okay. So I was thinking, because usually purple has been for a long time a color reserved to very rich people or royalty, because during most of history purple was a very difficult color to obtain, and so if you had purple clothing starting from the Roman Empire all the way up to the medieval era, or even in the 1700s and stuff, you were considered very rich or very royal. I guess we can try with something like... Well, mistakes were made. There we go. Okay, so I want this to be an overall cold character. Then pitch black over here. So we can also see how well it looks, how good it looks, and do the appropriate changes where necessary. It kinda looks like it's smiling, so maybe we need to do some changes about that. For this one, I think we can do some dark colors like that. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the crown. Very pale gold or something. I'll go back here, change this one. So this maybe add deep green over here, and then this jewel of this same color. Maybe do something. Oops. Something like this. Oh, and the jaw, of course, will make it like a warm bone color. Now it looks like it's a little robot smiling, so we'll need to think about this. First, let me fill this area. Yeah, I think this combo may be good. However, okay, this one is very creepy, completely devoid of face. But maybe let me try with this one. Or maybe it could be something like this one, but we'll make it very, very dark, as if it's yeah, as if it's something like that. Wait. Okay. So we have some depth. Ah, okay. Maybe this one can be, instead of having the head that does like this, instead it will be something like this. Yeah, I think that works best. And then where is the... Is this one the sketch? Okay. Nah, I don't think it's necessary. Okay. Yeah, I think this combo of warmer colors here, but mostly cold colors over here, I think it will give some interesting composition. Okay. Now, I'm not sure whether to make the hair go over the top over here or not. Because if we do... Yeah, not sure if we should do like this or like this. Let's try like this and see how it goes. And then maybe with the head we'll hide these ones over here. Let me try the other way around. If you do instead this and this. Let me check some references of these types of wigs. Okay, I have my image. Okay, tell you what, since we are halfway into the stream, let me first flip the image. And then I will take a 2-minute break and then continue with the colors of our 7th mask. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's go back to our Lord of the Feast. So, as I was saying, I'm not sure whether to keep the bald head, because it gives a nice shape, similar to the reference over here. I think that's the best approach. So if we do something like this, and maybe have some like something like here, like going over it, but not too much. And do something like this. Yeah, something easy, something simple. Then let's quickly go to the jaw over here. Let's go back to the wig over here. Make some darker streaks. Again, being very, very loose with it. Let me check how much it was over here with the amount of details here. Okay, let's do something about this crown. Let's try maybe dark color like this one. Okay. And then use some bright greens for the gems and stuff like that. Let's see if we can do some color balance. For this one, a deep, like a deep purple, maybe going towards the red as it gets darker. Same over here. Here maybe have some decorations of some sort. Let me see how it is in terms of values. Yeah, I definitely need some more changes. Okay. Maybe let's desaturate a little bit. Let's do the same. Same thing over here. Do the same thing over here. Okay. Let's see. What if I slightly change the color of this gilded area? Maybe like so. Okay, like this is way too much, but It is something. Have this of this same color. Have something. Like this, and then hmm. Okay, and then something along these lines. Maybe this one over here. Make it less bright, a little bit darker. Because these are supposed to be like mini pillows or something. Maybe have them a different color. Yeah, maybe like this is better. Okay, okay. I think we are getting there. In the meantime, let me simply add some basic color for the little angels over here. So that we are on the same page with the rest. One. That's two. Yes. That's three, and that's four. Can we make them the same color as this golden area? Kind of. Let's see. What else can be missing? Let me check how the others were done. Yeah, we definitely need more lighting and stuff. Let's see what else we can do. Okay. Let's see what kind of additional colors we can add. Because I think we can do better with the colors. Although I'm not really sure what goes well with the purple. Let me see. Let's try and add some more lights and shadows. Okay. Now I'm trying to give some color to the sketch. Nothing too crazy, but okay, and then make this area with more light. Activate our symmetry. The crown will probably be a bit different once we do the more detailed version. What about this one? Multiply. Darken here. Little bit. Okay. Maybe I could try and change the crown slightly so that it goes more like this. like so, and then do the same over here, because then we go here, make a copy, and simply add this thing over here. Okay, I still need to change the crown. We make a copy just in case, and then okay. What else can we improve? I think we can improve the wig a little bit. And maybe have some hair go top. Maybe have some parts that go over. Over like this, and then okay, no, maybe this part is not necessary. Instead, I think I need to darken this area over here. Not that convinced yet. Let's check the values. Okay, yeah, the wig definitely needs some changes. What if I make the wig larger? Let me try and turn it off. Because I really like this overall shape. My only issue is this area over here. Let me flip the image just in case. Yeah, let's try and make this wig over here. Okay. And then behind here make it like so. And then here make it let's warp it a little. And then maybe darken this area. And then maybe change the sketch as well. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay, let's try with and without. Yeah, I think this is a more accurate type of wig. I think this one works much better. Although I wonder how it may look like with the crown. What if I add some hair behind as well? Something like kinda. Let me try see some things for the proportions mainly, because I want to avoid having the proportions way too weird. Before and after. Maybe the crown, make it not as big. Therefore, same thing with the wig, maybe. Yeah, I can see this shape working, I think. Let's merge it with the rest of the wig layer. Yeah, like a really fucked up royal character. Let's change some size and direction. Yeah. Let me switch over to the sketch of the wig and make it some color like, I don't know, like this maybe. What else can we change? Let me check something that I made in the other. Okay, yeah. Let me do the same thing that I made for the Lord of the Feast, which is merging all of the color layers with all of the layers of the sketch. And one, and then the color. There we go. Same for the wig. I'm just selecting different layers. Okay. So we have the sketch and the color. Everything else over here can just be condensed. Maybe bring the little angels on a separate layer. There we go. Let me delete some areas. Okay. And now we go by multiply. Okay. another multiply layer to do something like this. And then oops, some color dodge for the front. And then maybe have some reflection. I'm trying to add some highlights to make as if it's some sort of reflection, although let's see before and after. I kinda like how it was like this. Okay, and then yeah, something like that. Although here, let me put some multiply on this area over here. Let's save up just in case. Yeah, I think this one is better. Purple like this. There we go. Yes, now we can add a little more color on these angels over here, but still very, very loosely. Some color. Maybe some color dodge, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, pretty satisfied with the current result. Yeah, I guess this one can be a good addition to the other types of masks. It's a very cold and kind of desaturated look. Let me see if I can do some adjustments since we are here. Okay. Let's do only a quick check on the different color filters. I really like this one, which highlights some of the colors, makes them a bit more vibrant. There we go. Yeah. Hope you like this current design, Fartfish. If that's okay by you, I will post this on the Discord, of course, but if you're okay with this design, then we'll do the more detailed version. We'll start working on the more detailed version starting this Friday. I think the result will be quite interesting, to say the least. Yeah, more or less the size is there. Yeah, nice. The Lord of the Feast. With this final mask, we have acquired quite a good roster of sub-gods. Hey, welcome. I'm glad you like it. I'm pretty happy with the result as well. Made some appropriate changes, and it kinda reminds me of the a demonic version of the courtier, which is one of the agents of the vanilla game, which is a portrait of one of those guys with those very big wigs from that era. Another reason why I think it looks nice is because it's something that I've tried with all of these masks, is to try and obtain a design that can give the message across without falling into something too obvious. So, for example, the main concept of this one is being essentially a warlord, right? Something, yeah, represent both excess and war. So instead of making like a golden knight, which may be the first idea that comes to mind when thinking about a concept like excess and war, something like the King Knight from the game Shovel Knight, if you have ever played it. For instance, let me show you. So the first thing that came to mind when tackling this particular theme of war and being gilded, it was something like this, right? It makes sense because war equals knight in shining armor, and opulent and gilded equals gold. So the first thing that comes to mind may be something like this. But we always, it's always a good idea and a good exercise for your brain and imagination to try and have some different, give a different spin on things. In this case, there is the opulent and rich aspect because it's all elements that are associated with like saints, which are decorated with the jewels and stuff like that, but also royalty, like the type of clothing, the wig, the crown. But then there is the war element, so we make this one horrifying despite the seemingly good-looking elements. Like, the individual elements are good-looking because it's all neatly decorated and stuff like that, but the overall picture is monstrous like war. It will be also more emphasized, it will be emphasized when I will be making the more detailed version of the cherubim. I think that with the cherubim I would most likely, I don't think I will be using these exact poses, but I think I will most likely photo bash them. I don't know, I guess we'll see. And maybe change something, like usually they always hold something in their hands, and I may change it so that they hold like weapons and things of war to better give the idea across of an evil king that wants to conquer everything. But yeah, I think this can be a good stopping point. This is the general idea for the sketch, which we will use as a template for the more detailed version for the next stream for this project, which will be on Friday. Of course, we will not be able to finish it in one single stream. It will take at least 2 or 3, but I'm pretty confident that the final result will be even more amazing, let's say. Now let me just screenshot this one. And post it on the Discord. This one is the Lord of the Feast. There we go. Yeah, it's a pretty particular one, but I think it will go well with the others. Would blood on the teeth be too much? Let's try it out. Let's see. Maybe on the teeth, or maybe even on the mask. Let's see. I mean, it's not too bad. I think this can work. Yeah. I think this can be a nice addition. Let me make an updated version. Yeah, good idea, Dr. Hex, thank you. Is concept of the Lord of the Feast. I don't want to overdo it because we already have a very bloody and gory mask, which is the Lady of the Autumn Rot. But this small like detail may make it a bit more unique. Yeah, I think that can be something. what can I say? Very productive stream, and there you go. Yeah, very productive stream, and I'm glad that we came back to how it all started essentially. The very first stream of the channel has been on this project, doing a similar sketch for one of the masks. I'm really happy to be able to add this one to the collection, so it will finally reach all of the others and essentially complete the god. After this one will be complete, the main assets of the god, so I will be doing now, I'll work on this one with more detail, and once it's completed I will do the supplicant version, just like I did with all of the other gods. And then after those, the main assets of the mod are ready. The only thing that are left are some very minor things that I've been asked, like some minor portraits of units and stuff like that. But yeah, the artistic side of this mod is ever coming closer to a conclusion, at least for the time being. It could always be possible that in the future some more assets and drawings will need to be done, in which case I will gladly go back to it and help the team however in any way I can. So, programs for this week. Next stream, which will be on Wednesday, we'll continue the drawing that we started last Saturday with the ruins in the desert. That one, it's proving a bit complicated. I will need to either or to both think that through and maybe redo some parts, because I'm really not satisfied with the progress that we made last time, but I guess we'll see. Maybe in these days I will have some inspiration to do maybe a better composition. Then on Friday we'll continue this project right here that we just did. We'll start creating this mask in the more detailed version, and then we'll continue again with the desert temple on Saturday. So this is the schedule for the week, and in the meantime I will continue working on the very small video about the 100 subscriber special. Again, nothing too serious, but it's something that I like to do for when we'll eventually reach 100 subscribers. Yeah, having said that, I'm very excited to see the progress that will happen for this mask in particular. Desert Fanboy, that's the character I made on Hytale. Not a fanboy, but ruins, desert ruins. There will be like a character, but it's very, very tiny. The main attraction will be this abandoned temple or shrine or monument in the middle of the desert. It's more of a environment type of drawing compared to a character drawing like the one that we made today. That one will be on the next stream on Wednesday. So, having said that, this has been the Void Executive, and I will see you guys in our next company meeting. Have a good night, everyone.